about an old baseball. Y'all hang with me a minute. I'll bring it home for you. But I think you can pick one of them things up for about $3 down at the big box store. If old Nolan Ryan had it in his hand, y'all know where I'm going, right? It'd be worth about $5-10 million, wouldn't it? Old basketball, football, you get what, about $12-15? If Aaron Rodgers was tossing that old pigskin around, they might pay him as much as $15-20 million. Of course, the legend Michael Jordan takes a $20 basketball and turns it into $30 million. Depends on who's holding it and the training and the power behind it, right? See this old stick here. It ain't much for nothing but maybe beating a chicken back or an old goat. Guess if I seen one of them little old slithering things, I could keep him off my boots. Just an old stick. Heard tell there was a time when Moses had a staff, a stick if you would, raised it up and parted a whole sea. It went across on dry land. He used that same staff to smite a rock, they say. Got sweet water out of it. All in the power of the training and the blessing in the hand. Pick up a few little old rocks and toss them about as far as that truck there. About all I've got left in me. I'd be lucky to hit anything if I was aiming for it. Old David put some in a sling one day and took down old Goliath, didn't he? The worth of what's in your hands. I'm studying on that. I don't think we all know what's in our hands. I saw a little video the other evening come across, and it was of a pawn shop, not one of the famous ones that some of y'all watch reality, but I guess they're kind of up and coming. But the title caught my attention, kind of gave it away, but I went ahead and watched it. Showed an older lady, well-dressed, well put together, came into the pawn shop and had a few pieces of old gold jewelry. I guess it was about a month ago. And she was after a little cash to be able to buy her granddaughter a new laptop for college. $400 would have done the job. Well, the pawnbroker, nice man, honest guy, seemed to be, started weighing up the gold. His eyes got big as he kept weighing it. He told the lady, he said, well, I think you're going to have enough for a laptop. No trouble. She said, well, good. I just had this old scrap laying around, didn't even know I had it. He said, how much you need? She said, well, $400. I hope to get $400. I've got a few more if I need to. He said, no, you should be okay. It's a little more than that. She said, really? What, $600? He said, no, a little more than that. She said, $800, $1,000? He said, no, ma'am. Tell me your wildest dreams, how much you think this little bit of gold here on the scale is worth. She said, oh, my goodness, $1,500, maybe? He said, no, ma'am. What you have here, based on today's prices, what I can pay you is $10,000. Lady was elated and started digging in her purse for some more. But I thought about that in relation to whose hands it's in and the treasure that we have. That's how I see the gospel, the good news. It's gold deep inside of us. So oftentimes we don't realize the power and the hope that it can bring. 2 Corinthians says, because of the hope, we speak boldly. Not brash, but boldly. There's a difference between being brash and bold. I've been thinking about that as I look at some Facebook bravado over the last week or so, in the wake of unexpected losses and tragedies and good men gone. I notice people get brash and challenge folks to unfollow them, or they don't want to be friends anymore, or whatever it might be, filled with hate in reciprocal fashion of the hate they're disputing, not realizing that Christ held the gold. He did it in love. The very thing they're talking about would have argued the same point. Why do we do that? Why do we alienate the very ones that may need a little bit of that golden hope with bravado. At the end of the day, just words. Polarization. Each path that someone has to walk. How it is.